Your deal was discovered. The merchant ship has arrived. Finally. Can we buy some food, mate? Can we buy all your fishes? And all your fruits? And all your bread? And all your meat? That's the real problem, is the resellers, like, as in the scalpers and stuff. They've caused a lot of problems ever since COVID, you know? They just buy stuff and resell it. Amazon Marketplace. Like, whenever I buy something off Amazon now, I always look at who's selling it. Because if it's direct from Amazon, that's one thing. But if it's from a seller, the first thing I do is just Google the product just to see what the price is outside of the Amazon market. Because quite often, people buy stuff and then just relist it on Amazon at a more expensive price. And because people are lazy, they just go to Amazon and think, oh, Amazon's the cheapest. And it's not, because it's now quite a large part of Amazon now is a marketplace. So I try and actively not buy things from resellers because they're part of the problem as far as I'm concerned. So if they're essentially relisting something on Amazon for profit, I just go and get it direct from somewhere else. Yeah, they are. They're glorified eBay stores. I've seen things, like I was looking for, as a recent example, last week, I was looking for a kneeboard for flying, right? Because I don't really like the one I've got. So I was looking around. I was looking all over the place. I was looking on Pooley's Flight Store, you name it. I was on about 4 different flying websites, looking for kneeboards, looking at my options. And then I was on Amazon, and I noticed something on Amazon. I noticed that the exact same kneeboard was being sold on Amazon as it was on some of the manufacturers' websites like Pooley's and stuff. But it was more expensive on Amazon, and the delivery time was like 3 to 4 days. And so it struck me that what was actually going on here was, if I ordered the kneeboard from Amazon, this person's shop, they would go and order the product from Pooley's or somewhere else, wait 2 or 3 days to get it delivered, and then sell it to me at a higher cost. I was like, is that how things are these days? People just relisting stuff that you can get. So, and I've seen it more than once. I've seen it, not just in flying stuff, I've seen it with other things. I've seen it with dehumidifiers, I've seen it with other household products. Literally the same thing on Amazon, more expensive, 3-day wait time, but you can get it straight from the manufacturer or another product website cheaper and quicker. Or they don't have it. Maybe. Try it next time you're on Amazon. Just have a look around and see what you find. If the seller is not Amazon, do a bit of digging and see what happens. You'd be surprised. Why does this say not enough parts, but they've literally got everything in stock apart from leather? But I can't help you all the time, can I? Just deprioritize the leather then. If it works and people buy it, who's the fool? Caveat emptor. That's who the fool is. I don't necessarily blame people for doing it. You know, it's not illegal. Partially immoral, possibly. But then, it's a marketplace. Buy beware. Maybe need more cows. Well, they're not growing very quickly. They seem to breed better in winter. Well, we can get rid of some here. Some goats. $243. Our population's come back, hasn't it? It's kind of settled down a bit now. Just need to build up that food buffer. I think what I did was I grew the population too much. I saw people on the street like this, so I immediately built homes. And what you do is you make more mouths to feed. And that got out of control. And now I'm having to sort of backfill with food production. And then we can build more homes again. Matlin, thank you for a year. Thank you, sir. Very kind. You've even stopped Prime Video, you find nothing on it now. Apart from Clarkson's farm. Nice, we've got a really nice supply of wheat here. Would it be weird to have one facing backwards like that? Why does storage highlight red and you put it down? I don't know. No idea. Smorgas, what do you mean by the north? I keep forgetting about these, slaughtering these chicken coops. I wonder if you meant to like just slaughter all of them. I don't know. It doesn't really tell you what the best way to manage the livestock is. I'm thinking like slaughter half, let the rest breed. I know I can use food bread, but I don't have much bread. That's been the problem. We've started to get a little bit of storage going now. It's been 000 for the longest time. But due to building more food production and a reduction in population, we're actually getting to the point where we might have a food surplus soon. See, ready to harvest. This doesn't explain itself very well either. Crops are ready to be harvested. If I harvest them now, as opposed to wait until here, is there any benefit or not? I just say we harvest them. If you do them quicker, you get more in, right? Let's do it. Ouch, Baz. That is insane. Right, I want to make sure we have enough storage, because we have a lot of barley and wheat coming out right now. Where's the torch thing that we got? Another country discovered. Not sure how, but there you go. It's quite nice when it's all lit. No, well, no, Baz, exactly. That's what I was saying. I don't need to upgrade, and unless the manufacturer wants to give me a card, then, you know, at the prices we're talking about and the increase in performance that I wouldn't get, there's no point doing it. But if it's, you know, a manufacturer wants to sponsor a build or something, then yeah, we'll do a build. 40 to, I don't think 40 to 50% increase. I think a lot of it, as ever, it depends. It depends what games you're playing. It depends what resolution you're playing in. $3050 Asus tough gaming laptop. Yeah, I'm sure it's a nice laptop. Again, though, what did you come from? What was the upgrade from? Seven labourers. Ouch. We actually need more people. However, the food situation is starting to look a lot better. 63 meals. It feels like we're able to sustain things now. We might even be able to get away with a trade ship. $1080 Ti is still a cracking card. I still have a 1080 Ti over there with a water block on it that I keep meaning to sell. I really should get around to selling it. We can trade here. No, we can't. Wait, what? There was a ship here. I clicked trade and it went, no, it's not there. Okay. Oh, I got some bread, look. So, maybe... What could we trade? Iron, wool. We could trade wool. 20 to 25 in price. Yeah, you should. I'd just sell them, Dave. There's bound to be people that'll buy them. How much food do they need? They want 40 ale and we have 541. Why can we not sell ale? This is really frustrating. I'm making a lot of ale. I can't sell it in the taverns because it's currently broken. And apparently I can't trade it. You'd think you'd be able to sell that. So we're now 540 ale. That's going to start clogging up the warehouse and I can't get rid of it in any way apart from just voyages. Which needs food. That's 5 off that. 5 off that. Actually, that's... Meat's heavier. Fish and bread are the way to go here. There's 10 of them. 10 of them. It is in my town in Aylesbury, Dave. I've got too much beer, mate. You should come to Aylesbury because we need to drink some of this. Right, what should we try selling? Because last time we tried to sell coal and nobody wanted it. I'm thinking coal and iron is not something you can sell. So maybe we try to sell wool. We have quite a lot of wool. So let's give that a bash. See what happens. That's not all of it though, do I? That's a lot of wool. I'm not selling the herbs. We could export some meat maybe. It's a bit low value though. How about that? We send out 148 wool and we bring back 3 wintry coats. And we make 324 coin. You know what I need to do? We need to send out the warship. But we can't because to do that we need to unlock this, which needs 6 exploration points, which we can't do until we grow the population again. Which we should be able to do now because I feel like we've got the food situation just about under control. I think we're going to have to plant more wheat than barley, though. Some of these fields that are taking barley. We're going to have to make wheat because we can't get rid of the ale. It's a bit disappointing. Newcomers will arrive in your village. All right, so there you go. That's an excuse to make some houses. That's true, actually. We could have a Christmas party. That's very true. I forgot about that. We could have maybe that would increase our fame as well. What are we doing? Housing. Polished stone we have quite a lot of. Very bumpy ground. Whatever game, whatever. Colliding with something, but nobody knows what it is. Cryptics UK, thank you for 4 years. Happy anniversary, sir. They're going to be some nice homes up there. Right. That can need wheat planting again. Let's have a look at... Oh, wow, 106 food. The silver we have, the beer we have. We don't have the food, though. What are we on? Summer, just going into autumn. Yeah, I think they do breed in winter, you know. Bread. Look at that. Bread. Actually got bread. 105. We're almost at the point where we could have this festival. Nice. No, summer's been quiet because people have been well behaved. That's a good thing. See what the chicken situation is. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, you can join this time. That's the first time we've let newcomers in for a long time. Oh, this is Nando's. Look at this. Oh my god, so many chickens. So many chickens. Right. Who wants a chicken burger? Oh, there's only 16 here. Disappointing. That's amazing. It's taken some time, but that's now reaping dividends, that is. We're going to have a chicken festival. We're going to have a festival in Amesbury that's been sponsored by Nando's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is that? That's 15. That's about 145 chickens getting slaughtered right now. If that doesn't solve the food crisis, I don't know what will. Mr. Purple Haze, thank you for 93 months. We could actually have a festival. Should we do it? Should we have a festival? I don't know what it does. I've never had a festival. We've never been in a position where we could have one. It's probably going to be really anticlimactic. There we go. Organize a festival. Our Vikings went through very difficult paths. They dealt harsh weather conditions, did everything necessary to live. Now is their time to rest and have fun. They will dedicate this feast to the gods. Sacrifice 10 animals to the gods. The village will be very happy and will receive a blessing from the gods. 5 cows and 5 goats. Arrange fights in the name of gods. Villagers will be very happy. Strength and speed bonuses gained. God blessings. Some villagers may die or go to Valhalla. Organize feasts and games, which we can't do because we need more food. Intelligence and luck bonus game. This is interesting. You can like affect the buff that you get. I like this one. We're going to get some more people coming in anyway, so let's do... This is proper Viking, isn't it? Look. Some people might die, but we all have a good time. Well, at least the ones that aren't maimed or killed. Let's do it. Villagers are very happy. God's blessing. Some people may die. Okay, when does this... Wait 10 days. What? Wait, did we just... Did we have... Did we have the festival? I kind of expected people to kind of, you know, come and gather and woo, beer, punch-ups, you know what I mean? Like Viking things. What was the god blessing that we got? Who died? Hang on. Died naturally. So maybe we didn't have it yet. I don't know. Food has been taken. Yeah, they've taken the food and the coin, but I'm not seeing much in the way of a benefit right now. Yes, that means they're homeless. So these people are homeless. So we had newcomers. I'm guessing that's work in progress, what just happened then. because I don't really see any big benefit out of that. Wheat plant. Wait, watering, growing, that's fine. People in there. 5 labourers. Ouch, that's not good. Now the problem is we have not enough actual workers anymore now. A lot of people are working in the farms. I think we might have to reduce the farm hands and get more labourers going. That was a massive anticlimax. So it's done it again. It's put people in here. In the coal mine. And I don't think we need it because we have plenty of coal left. Oh, look at the white meat production going up. Nice, nice. The bomb, thank you for 21 months. Is our yeah, trading boat's still out, isn't it? It's not come back yet. I kind of hope we get some fame as well and get some more Tree of Life points from having a festival. But maybe it just made people look how ecstatically happier they are. My house has a road. I have good clothes. Relative died and I don't have a home. More than that, we're really happy because we had a festival and people died. Kurt Deasy, thank you for subbing. Welcome, dude. For a brand new sub, tier 1. Thank you. Oh, we've got some new homes have been built. They've got a cracking view. Look at that. Look at that view. How'd you live in here with that view? Fantastic. That's a good point, actually. Fishing boats. Forgot to put the 4th one back into service, which was great. Repair, none. That one's nearly dead. That one's very dead. That one's nearly dead. But apparently, presumably because it's out at the moment, I can't repair it. Maybe I have to wait till it gets back in. Because they're nearly done for. If they don't get repaired, they'll get destroyed. Oh, you've gone straight back out again. No. Dude. It's ridiculous. Like, if we just take everybody off, does that mean all the boats come back in and stay there? Because they can't go anywhere without people to man them, right? There you go. This means the only one... Why can't I click on X on that one? I want to use this one. This is weird. The newcomers have caused a settlement problem. Foreigners set up tents wherever they could find a... No, that's not true. That's not true. We literally built them homes. Some villagers say the areas are theirs, even though they appear empty. There's chaos in the village. Everyone's complaining. That's a lie. Drive the strangers away from the land. Banish the strangers out of the land. Promise a new home. We'll promise them a new home, even though, because we're currently being built anyway. I've got to keep all the boats in because if it, for some reason, I can remove that one, but I can't remove that one. It's kind of bizarre the way it works. There's no X on that. I want to take that one out of service, but I can't. Right, let's change that to wheat production for now. I mean, how many homes do they want? We've got 2 almost ready to go here. Build 2 new houses, right. So once they're done, that will count, won't it? So, high priority. Couple more builders, let's go. Well, I can't click X because it's out fishing. But when it comes in, it just instantly goes back out again. Wait, why are there 2 boats out? Wow, the autonomous boat. I see how this is. Okay. Now we can assign you. So at least a good boat is being used. Two good boats again. Yeah, we have a lot of barley in stock. I think we might as well just scale back our ale production. As sad as it is, we have too much of it. And we can't sell it at the tavern, which is very frustrating. Okay, so we've got 8 people. I think we need to train some more army now because we should be able to do this military thing soon. Once we can build a proper warship. Light infantry, right. We need speed and strength. We don't want old people, and we only want labourers, really. There's 54-year-old labourer, 67-year-old labourer. Oh my god. Why are all the labourers really... Oh, there's a 30-year-old there. Great. So we don't really have any young labourers that we can train. Nice. We could send out another trade ship, I suppose. It does take a lot of people up, though, doesn't it? Like 20... Is that 24 people? Bread. We have lots of bread now. White meat, look at this. Nando's, that's what that is. We still have a lot of wool. We have a lot of fabric as well. Fabric goes for good money, actually. We can trade some of our fabric. Herbs go for decent money. That'll net us 570 coin, that. What do we want to buy back, if anything? Vegetables. Wait, what? I've not seen any way of planting vegetables. That must be in the tech tree. Might a bit more leather. It's quite heavy, though. Yep, we have like 3 labourers now because they're all out on boats. I go, we really need to finish these buildings off. Oh, they're done. Oh, cool, we did it. Fine. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, when you send trade ships out, they take manpower away from your village. Wheat. Well, I don't think that's going to grow by winter, though. Don't think it's going to make it. That'll be lucky if that's done. You see, the problem is we don't have many farmers now, so we can't blitz these fields. That's got no chance. $200 meals, though. The food situation is well under control. I think what we need to do is bring everybody back and then build more homes so we get more population. Get rid of them. We need to increase the population again. We're too low. I think what we can do is go for 25 stone as opposed to 30, and that's 90 of those. As opposed to 45 normal stone. It's a huge difference between these two. I think we need to build some poor houses. We need the numbers. Has everyone died, Hannah? Yeah, they've all fallen asleep. Learned more about Diffed. That sounds like a very Welsh town. Are you serious, game? Why can't you connect that? That really feels like it should connect. That's a shame. It's dark. Might as well make it look pretty. Now we've got the cash. Cool, that should help. HR Raven, thank you for 1 year in the Nut House. Appreciate the support, thank you. Catstrator 101. I'm here, which traditionally means it's time for the break. You're not far off. Half an hour. Oh, Ty, I don't know if you was here yesterday. I just managed by the skin of my teeth to get my SCP rating done. Literally on the last day of the expiry. I did a bit of a cheeky trick. Was you here yesterday? Otherwise, I'm just repeating myself. I made shippers have travelled many miles and returned home. Now I came back with 108 wool sold, 2 wintry coats purchased, and 234 silver. So that's not a lot purchased, but we managed to sell the wool. Yeah, so what happened was, Ty, I went out flying on the Monday. Yeah, and the weather was not great, so I only got like an hour in, and I had 50 minutes left. I needed to do 50 minutes. As of Monday, I needed 50 minutes left. One sec. Don't think we're going to get time to harvest anything at this rate. I think these are burger bun. Check the other two. Oh boy, yeah, we're going to lose crop. We haven't got enough farmers for this. 1 sec. How many farmers can we spare? 20 labourers. And blitz. Go for it. Yeah, I needed 50 minutes as of Monday. And my license expired on the Wednesday, right? So I had Tuesday. I thought I only had Tuesday left because my instructor had said I need to bring everything to him before Wednesday, which I took to mean Monday or Tuesday, but that's a separate story. So Monday I only got to fly for an hour because the weather came in. Tuesday I went up to the airfield and it was just 400 foot overcast all day long, mist, horrible, unflyable weather. So I went back home with my tail between my legs, like, rep. Emailed the instructor, looks like I'm going to have to go up with you. He's like, fine. I said, what do we need to do? He said, oh, we'll just do some practice force landings, emergency engine failure on takeoff, steep turns, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, how long do I need with you? I'll book you in. He said, just one slot. I was like, okay. Got to Wednesday morning, and I tried to find on the CAA website information about, can you fly on the day of your expired license? Like, does your license expire at midnight before Wednesday or midnight on Wednesday? And of course I couldn't find any information because it's the CAA. So I emailed the CAA as well and got no response, and I still have no response to my simple question because they're brilliant. So then I emailed my instructor back and I said to him, I said, look, I said, the weather looks reasonably flyable. I only need 50 minutes. Can I actually go flying today? To which he replied back, yeah, you can fly until midnight. I was like, why don't you tell me this? So I literally threw my bag in the car, drove up to the airfield, pulled the plane out, went into the office bit, had a chat with one of the instructors who'd just been up, and he said, well, it's a bit hit and miss. He said, it's 1,200 feet in places, like the cloud layer, 1,200 feet in places, but it's 900 in others. It's a little bit patchy. Nicer up north, terrible south. You know, it's not fantastic. So I thought to myself, well, maybe I can go up and do some circuits. Yeah? I can get about 50 minutes of circuits. I'm like, oh my God. Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do, 50 minutes. But I thought I'll take off. I'll see what it's like. See if I can head out east. You know, see if I can go flying. But I took off and straight away, 900 foot cloud layer. Like literally just took off on the extended center line, just hit the cloud layer. Bang, straight into cloud at 900 feet. 1,000 feet circuit. So I'm like, okay. But as soon as I turned off the center line and went crosswind, 1,100 foot circuit, cloud layer. I'm like, okay. So apart from that center line takeoff, this is VFR. Apart from that little bit. But I can get around that by just doing that at 900 and turning early. So that's what I did. So I went downwind. You know, you're in amongst the clouds. It's literally just above you. You know how it is. Landed. Actually, no, what I decided to do was, I was making a decision about whether to fly east or not. So I did a circuit with the go-around. So I went back around again. Confirmed that 900 foot was not going to go anywhere, and thought to myself, it looks nicer to the north. I could fly away to nicer weather, but I was concerned about coming back to that weather because I was like, if I come back to the circuit and the ceiling is like 1,100 feet, how on earth am I going to A, find the airfield, and B, get into the circuit pattern easily? Like, it's not going to happen, is it? So I thought, I can't fly away. This is not fly away weather. I'm going to have to stay where I am. Do it the hard way. So what I did was, I came back around and I landed and I departed the runway and then I taxied all the way down the runway. Did some checks, took off again. Did a circuit, landed, departed the runway, taxied for 5 minutes. And I literally did this 5 times. 5 times I did this. And I looked at my clock and I was like, that's 60 minutes. Bingo. I think I'll just do one more for victory. So I did one more for victory, and then that's when things got a bit interesting. I did tell this story yesterday, but what then happened is, on that very last lap, I took off and I turned onto downwind. Pretty much, Ty. Do you know what? It really drove home the need to get that instrument. We didn't get to harvest any of that, did we? I don't think. Rip. I took off, and as I'm turning onto my downwind leg, Helimed. The Helimed story, Hannah. Just for those who didn't hear it yesterday, the Helimed story. So, Earl's Colne has the Essex and Herts Air Ambulance stationed there. And Helimed decided to spool up and start hovering at the airfield and call the radio to say, you know, what's airfield information? You didn't hear it. Okay. So imagine this. You're just starting your downwind leg in the plane, and you hear on the radio that Helimed is asking for airfield information for a departure east, right? Now I'm landing on 2-4 at the moment. 2-4 left-hand circuit. I've been doing this for the last hour. And now I just want to land and go, go inside, get my paperwork done. Helimed calls, and the response is 2-4 with the left-hand circuit, QNH, whatever it was. To which Helimed responds, 2-4 with the left-hand circuit, will be departing 06. Wait, what? So I call in, Golf Echo Delta downwind, to land. Did I just hear 06? Yeah, I think I heard it 06. So I'm going downwind, and I'm looking down, and I see this helicopter on the pad, just turning around on the pad. I go further downwind, I see this helicopter move from the pad and hover over to the taxiway for 06. Now 06 is literally the opposite runway, the same runway, but in the opposite direction to what I'm coming. So I'm coming in this way. Looks like he's going that way. This ain't great. But he's Helimed, so he can do what he likes. If he's under emergency situation, whatever. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to handle this? So I turn onto base, and I thought to myself, I don't know what he's doing. Like, I don't know what his intentions are. But I'll tell him what mine are. So I called Golf Echo Delta, left base for 2-4 to land. So he knows where I am and what I'm going to do. Yeah, I've given him all the information. To which the response is, Helimed blah blah blah, taking off 06. Like, what? I'm literally about to turn final, and he's decided he's going to take off right at me. So I'm looking at the airfield, and I see him just literally doing this, doing this as he's about to get his speed going down 06, as I am turning onto final. And there's all kinds of things running through my mind, like, how am I going to handle this? What's the safest option here? Do I try to just land? Is he planning on sort of just taking off and going up, and I can land? Don't know. He's not said anything. Do I stay high on the basis that he'll go under me and I'll go around? What do I do? So, like, okay, my default position is I'm going to come in fairly high, assuming that I'm going to go over the top of him. And if he starts coming at me, I'm going to turn right and go straight into the dead space, the dead side. Well, I think so, Ty. I mean, emergency situation or not only is he coming at me, knowing that I'm coming into land, but he's also not telling me what his intentions are. If he'd tell me what the intentions are, I could make a better decision about what to do next. As it stands, I can't just stop and hover in the air like he can. You know what I mean? So I turn on to final. I stayed quite high and thinking I'm not going into land. I don't think I'm going to get into land, but I can see this helicopter now taking off towards me. And I'm thinking, right, I'm going to stay real high now. I'm going to go over the top if anything else. But the worst thing is, I'm thinking, if he goes underneath me, I lose visibility on him completely. So I think if I lose vis, I'm turning right. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to turn right. If I can't see him, I'm turning right, because I'm not having that. I start coming in. I'm too high to land now anyway. There's no way I'm going in for a land. I just want to resolve this either as a go around for me or turn right and get out of there. To which he builds up speed coming at me. He then tilts, goes up, turns right, and departs out of the runway to the north. So he basically turns 90 degrees and goes out into the downwind leg, which to my mind is equally stupid, right? I know he probably knows there's nothing else in the circuit, but he might have been better turning left and going into the dead side. But, you know, I don't know what he's... So anyway, I'm too high. He just departs 90 degrees to my left, and I just call going around. I just call going around, right? Because I can't land. I'm too high. Well, we don't have tower. We only have radio. So tower, they cannot tell him what to do. They cannot tell me what to do. All they can do is advise. They cannot tell you what to do. So I go around. I'm thinking, oh, well, it's another 5 minutes on my logbook. So anyway, I take off back into the cloud. I turn again downwind. I'm coming downwind. I'm thinking, right, we're going to land, go through all my checks, blah, blah, blah. Turn onto base, turn onto runway 24 final, call in for final. And as I call for final, I hear Helimed, blah, 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 returning to the aerodrome, will be landing on 24. So basically, that helicopter took off with 4 people on board, which I assume was to an emergency, to the east, left the aerodrome, and then pretty much immediately turned around and came back. It was like the whole thing, if he'd have done what he did a minute later or a minute earlier, the whole thing could have been avoided, but it was just perfect timing. And either his emergency got cancelled or he was just up in the air to make my life difficult. Either way, I landed, I taxied back to the hangar, shut the plane down, and as I was doing all of that, Helimed came in and landed. And I might have had some fingers up at that point as he went past. I don't know how many, but, you know, scumbag. I didn't go and have a chat with him, no. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. You know, he's not strictly speaking in the wrong. I don't want to get involved in any paperwork or arguments, but I just think he could have been a better pilot, which is ridiculous because he's like a commercial, you know, probably thousands of hours in helicopters. But maybe he's just got complacent. Maybe he just thinks, I've got right away. I don't care. But all he had to do, in my opinion, was just state his intention, and I would have been in a better position. You would have, if possible, extended the downwind to give him extra space. If I'd have known his intentions, Techie Nick, I could have done that. Bear in mind 2 things. 1, there's a lot of noise abatement areas at Earl's Cone. If you extend the center line, it brings you straight over the top of noise sensitive areas. So that would have been on me. So I need good reason to do that. And secondly, we're still dealing with a 1,000-foot cloud layer. And if further east was grey and horrible and misty, if I'd have extended the center line, I could have found myself in even lower cloud levels. So my option was to stay doing what I was doing and let him make the decision. However, if I was to get myself in this position again, I would say to him on the radio, Helimed, what are your intentions for departure? I know, because he should have told me, but then I could have asked, right? But I was so kind of deer in the headlight. I've not seen this situation before. How do I handle it? I was thinking about handling it in terms of maneuvers, but I wasn't thinking about how to handle it in terms of, I could have just asked him. I could have just said, what are you doing? You know, are you coming right down the center line? Are you going to depart north, depart south? What are you doing? But he should have been more respectful to other pilots. He should have stated his intentions anyway, because he knows that he is now flying the wrong way on the traffic circuit, and he knows there's a plane coming onto final. So in my opinion, that's kind of not great pilot skills from him. But not enough to say he's done anything wrong. And if he's under emergency situation anyway, technically, he could probably just get away with it. But that's not really the point. He could have been tired and overworked, maybe. Anyway, it got me some more time on my logbook, like another 10 minutes. And I learned a little bit more. Newcomers coming towards the village. I think we can take them on now. We have food capacity. We are going into winter, but we are also building homes. Have we got any farmers out there now? Are they still harvesting or not? Or is harvesting done now? I think harvesting's done, in which case we can probably deallocate all the farmers. Fill up the labour pool. Get some more builders going. So just reallocate the farmers to building stuff. We have no firewood apparently. So anyway, that was my fun day. So I went inside, I filled all my paperwork in, my revalidation by experience form, etc. Left all the stuff at the airfield for the instructor's name on it, and then got a call as I was driving home saying, Nigel, the instructor's been in, he's signed all your paperwork, come and collect it when you're ready. So yes, I now have my SEP extended for another 2 years, which is great, and I'm not going to leave it so late again next time because you can't depend on November winter weather. Maybe Langevel. I mean, yeah, I'm not in his situation, but he's the professional pilot, and you know, people can make mistakes, but comms takes seconds. He must have known the situation. Not enough resources. Joramont, it is English only in my chat, please. Thank you. Wow, we have one worker. Like, the workers in here has just gradually depleted, and I've not noticed. Because it doesn't tell you. I think what they should do is indicate above buildings if there aren't a full set of workers, if that makes sense. Because the only way to do it is to keep pressing the Alt key and then gradually checking that a worker's not died, like this, see? Another one. And then reassign them. They just gradually deteriorate, but quietly. And what happens is you lose output and production silently, and then you have to just go around and keep fixing it manually. And it's actually annoying. It's just basic airmanship, egregious. It's good airmanship to, you know, state your intentions when you're about to take off the wrong way down a circuit runway, yeah? Ultimately, if it had taken off out of 2-4, like he should have done, then there would never have been a problem. But he decided to go the wrong way because it's quicker for him to get to his emergency, which I completely understand. That is not the question. The question I have is why could he not have stated his intentions and been a little bit more of a good pilot to everybody else in the circuit. Anyway, it seems to PJ, it seems to it seems to pick people based on the best skills. We can train the army once the training ships come back. We don't have enough people yet. That's done, that's done. Plenty of food now, look at this. Nobody's hungry. Good times. So yeah, there you go, Ty. That was my fun week. Almost having to revalidate with an instructor, but ended up doing it with a fun hour or so in the circuit. And learning some stuff in the process. That being that helimed pilots are a little bit... What have we got in there? Food, nothing in that one. 200, 0, 0. Okay. Well, I think we'll be out of wheat before the winter's done, unfortunately. We are almost out of barley by the look of it. Oh, we've got a full store there. We carry on making ale that we can't sell, so that's good. Right, so I think I might shut another one down. We're just making way too much beer now. 3 more days before we can have a festival. You couldn't hear me over the beep. Oh no. I can't remember what I said now. Probably don't need these chicken coops anymore. Where's our other cattle? 15 out of 20, 11 out of 20, okay. We'll let them breed a bit more. We're not desperate for food. How quickly do we need to build? We've got more people on the way, don't we? No firewood. Maybe we need a local woodcutter place. Or do we already have one, don't we? We already have one here. There's 222 wood there. There's loads of it. What the? Okay. Was that because I built a road? I think Thor is very angry with my road building. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Can't say I enjoyed that. Earthquake. The tree of life is shaking. The gods must be angry. Some buildings collapsed. People died and became crippled. Sacrifice 12 animals. I mean, obviously, if there's an earthquake and people become crippled, you sacrifice animals. I think that the payoff is always the best. And I'm not having people working 20% slower. Village will work 20% slower since they will also be renovating buildings. Nah. We'll just pay them off. Rebuild. 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 I swear that happened because I built this path. That's what it feels like. Yeah, you can pay off the gods. They're like corporations. Just throw money at them. They're like, okay. Wow, there are actually people walking down here. You wish people would pay you off? Are you a god? Maybe they would, if you was a god. Try to make it a bit easier to get to those trees. Gathering hut destroyed near the new path. Whereabouts? It's not that one. Build some more. Was it here? Oh, was it that one? I think that was it. Man, that just got completely wrecked. Well, we survived an earthquake. We've survived 2 storms. We're not doing too bad. It looks like we're going to survive another winter. Nice. Right. Sunday break. Because that's what we're about to have. Is a Sunday break. Right. I'm going to go and get some food. Take a break for an hour. I shall be back in about 60 minutes. Hope to see you then. If not, if you're heading out, then enjoy the rest of your Sunday. But thank you for your support. Mustier, thank you for the 300 bits, by the way. Appreciate that support. And Bonio, thank you for a bullseye 50 months. I'll be back in an hour. We'll carry on, see where we can go with this. Until then, enjoy the break, and take it easy, guys. Bye for now.